Welcome. I'll tell you right now, this Space Ghost goes hard. That's what we're watching tonight. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Going back in time, enjoying that show. How we doing? Welcome in. Welcome, She Patriot. Welcome, Survivor. Welcome, Icy. Welcome, Rick. Welcome, everybody who's come in. Survivor says, I remember that show, right? Right? That show just takes me right on back. That's the first season of it, too. I'm sitting there watching it, just like going to sleep. And you'll see the credits come on in a second, and that takes me back. Like that instantly, that was like instant nostalgia. I remember sleeping on the couch as a child and having Cartoon Network on, and I'd be sitting there watching something like Dexter's Lab or something, and then I'd go to sleep, and then I'd wake up and I'd hear, you're about to hear it. It would wake me up. Zorak. Who goes there? Zorak. This was such a weird show. This was so damn weird. I can't believe like this shit was on television. I forgot how the over the top the language was. Like the last episode was talking about banging a dog up the ass, and they were literally saying it over and over. He said, "You can't say that on television. That'll get us in trouble." I was like, but it's the 90s. It's the 90s, man. We got away with a lot back. We got away with a lot worse back then. That shit. I adored every minute of that. Oh, I hope you're doing well today, Survivor. That is a cool name. Home videos. Oh my God. Home movies. Oh, I got that on there too. I didn't realize that went on as long as it did. It had like 5 seasons, 4 seasons, 5 seasons, something like that. It went on for a while. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm having one of those days where it's like things have been going so good that my drunk ass has to go and shake it up because it's just too good to be true. I'm a wreck. I'm a wreck, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing better than I've ever been doing. That's check it out with Steve Burrell. Oh, that was funny. I prefer Eric, Tim, and Eric, but Steve Burrell was that shit was hilarious. For your health. I'm glad I'm doing better. Thank you. I am too. I'm very glad I'm doing better. It's been ups and downsies. I just like my own life. I'm trying to be nosy. Oh, you're right there at it. I'll give you a follow there. You got less than 100 now to get your 1,000. You're right there at it. Less than 1K. Welcome in, Catherine. Hope you're doing good. Let's see. I'm going to go check on my daughter real quick. I'll be back. Don't say shit like that. Oh, it is on. Yeah, man. Are you interested in falling over the PP delay? Well, you know, depends on what. My mantis is dashing in its arms. Will you please pass me one of those wall decorations? That's like chicken in here. Do you have any superpowers? Yeah, of course I got superpowers. What was going to be? Display them. David, I can't do that. Why not? I just got a lot to do. So you mean you don't have any? Yeah. So the D stands for defenseless. So what does the D stand for? Here we go. Say hello. That's so? Want to lay down? Okay. Just a minute, Scully. Big Billy. Sea monkeys! Sea monkeys! Wait, there's one! Yes, it's moving! I shall name you Banjo. She coughed so hard it like shook the walls. Yeah. Her mom, her brother, they all have coughs. They're really bad coughs. And then, yeah, it's been a rough 24 hours. I'm getting a little little cabin fever. Yeah, I hope they feel better too. Being sick isn't fun. No, it's not. And I feel like, I don't know, it's been a detriment to everybody. Just a lot of pressure. Lots and lots of pressure. Actually, I'll be right back. I gotta check my bank account. Are you serious? Oh, serious. Waiting for my paycheck to drop on my bank account, and it's not happening. And it pisses me off. That really gets on my nerves. Go back. I know what she's like. Hey. Thank you. I can't tell you what it is. Hey. Privilege to be on your show. Sure you could. Hey. Well, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Hey. Tell it now. Tell it. Hey, Zorek, you shut up. Oh, yeah. I don't know how. You want to tell the viewers how? Tell us about it. Hey, Zorek, you shut up. Hold on. She wants to say hi. I came on your show because I'm a big fan, not to plug my latest album. Next one, Superpowers. Well, I own weight and big guns. I can turn red traffic lights green just by staring at them. And I can do oil painting. That's enough to get you off the show. Gotcha. Yeah, so, what's that? What was that? Hi. Mm-hmm. Oh, now you get it. She's like selectively bashful. Mm. My powers are beyond your comprehension. Oh, baby. I can see the neighbors like, what the hell are they watching? What the hell is they watching? What does that feel like? It's not being really bad. You mean like when you're shaving your back? Can you help me here, straight dude? You know, that reminds me of a story. A story about that was so weird. That was so intensely weird. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Ah. Oh. Oh, thank you for the likes. Almost there. Get us up to 1K likes. See, my cough's not that bad. Where am I from? I'm from North Carolina. In a toilet called Durham. Trying my best not to be depressed. But you know how depression works. Depression doesn't sleep. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't. It's, how do you put it? It doesn't give a damn about your feelings. Hello, Betty. Hello, Sammy. Sammy, hadn't heard that name in forever. Hope you're doing good. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everybody's doing good. Welcome to the late night hour. Tonight on the late night.
What is it? What is it?
Ask my co-host Ann.
What is it? What you want? You want Dad to lay with you for a minute? Or are you okay? What the fuck?
You're good. Thank you.
That was weird.
That was so weird. I can't believe we got away with this in the 90s. Even Ann looked at it like, what the hell is that? And kids today watch some weird stuff. Like they watch some really weird stuff. And I appreciate the compliment. Sometimes I feel like I'm not enough. I feel like it's all I do. And then I get punished for it. You know that feeling? Yeah. It's what's up, Cobra? It's a pretty rough feeling. It's me and their mother are currently in a fight, and I try to be reasonable, and it's hard to be reasonable when you're as wound up as I am. And then the rest of the time, it's like, so I have a bad drinking problem. However, since I got this job recently, I've been doing really good because it's a driving job, and you got to take, when you do that kind of stuff, you got to take it seriously. And the sad part is like, I feel like one day out of the week, I'll splurge, and it feels like it's too much still. It's not like I have anything else to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? All I do is work, come here, work, come here, work, come here, work, come here. That's it. As far as dating goes, it's like I'm talking to someone, but they're unattainable. And it's so fucking frustrating. So fucking frustrating. I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk like that. It is so dang frustrating. I can't have the person I love. They can't have me for various reasons, distance being the main one. Meanwhile, she dates, people fly here to spend weekends with her, and she casually dates, and I'm just like, I try not to feel, I'm not jealous or anything. I'm just kind of envious, like you have this to look forward to. But I'm guessing like what I'm going through right now is more of a cabin fever thing. Plus, I have a funeral to go to today, which coping with funerals is always kind of a weird spot for me. Yeah. And don't be too sorry. I didn't really care for this person. This person was an asshole. Um, this person talked mad dog shit about my mom and her drinking problems. And while I didn't necessarily get along with my mom in the end, you don't talk about my mother. I'll debreathe a bitch over that. But he was a big part. He was a big part in holding that family together. He was a big linchpin in it. So I want to go to support the family that is there. I'm not looking forward to that shit at all. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the people, but mostly I'm over it. You're supporting them, of course, of course. I don't let the actions of one permeate, the outcome for others. It's been it's been wild. What's up, Milk Dub? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny right there, Milk Dub. I hadn't thought of that one. Let's see. Dollar Discord. Actually, a urinator. Arenator. Okay, never mind. I thought I said urinator in his bio. I'm also on another live. Got multiple live streams going. I used to do a true crime video blog back in the day. I'm trying to get back into that a little bit. I gotta check on her. I'm right here, baby.
Got you. Hey. Got you. What is it? What is it? You okay? Me. 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 Okay. Me.
Check on her. I know, baby. I know. Change shirts. What is it now? What is it? Yeah.
Hi.
Shoot. Shoot.
Oh.
Shoot.
love being a dad. Like, it is hands down the coolest job ever. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me. Oh my God. I don't know what she's looking at.
You're so great. I appreciate it. I wish I could do more. Like, I hate it when they feel bad. I hate it when their mom feels bad. So me and their mom aren't together. We get along though. We're in a good place. Even though we still fight, it's, we can live together. We can coexist. It's not bad. It's a little odd. I'll tell you that. It's a little awkward. I remember this time last year, there were people that would laugh at this situation, that would mock this situation, say it's not right. What is it? In all honesty, my friend Stella was one of them. She did not like the situation for my mental health sake. And I can't blame her. But I was homeless over the summer. I didn't have anywhere else to go. And that was stable. My house is a wreck. There was no work where it's located. And Rochelle basically just was like, get out of the streets. Like, come here. Come be with the kids instead of in a parking deck. What you doing? Stinky feet. It's stinky. Ew, don't do that. Ew, stinky feet. Get that out of my face. Ew, stinky. She's so cute. She'll say stinky feet, and she'll just take her whole foot and jam it in her face, and she's like. One time I got off work and picked him up while I was staying at my house, and I'd been at work all day, and I didn't have a running shower, so I never showered at my house. And I'm just laying there, and I took my shoes off, and she's sniffing everybody's feet. She comes up to me, I'm like, "You don't want to do that," and she did. And she went, and then she just looked at me and she started crying. She started crying. I'm like, "I'm sorry." Kinda, it was funny. It was so funny. Oh, but it was watching kids grow up is great. And doing it here is, like I said, it's a little awkward. And it's a little dramatic sometimes. Because you're dealing with people that aren't together but live together. And so it's paramount that you work on yourself during this time. And for the mental health sake, it's imperative. Like, I don't know. I think a big thing about today is that I had a therapy appointment yesterday, and it didn't feel right. Something didn't feel right with that. And it just, I don't know. With the right therapist. Yep. And my therapist I've been working with for 3 years. But something just didn't feel right about today. I don't know if I drank too much. I probably did, but I don't know. Something just didn't feel right today. Something didn't mesh. Recently found therapists. Yeah, I went to holistic therapy myself. That made all the difference. Like, I only drank so much yesterday because it's like it was the only day I had to myself. I just wish I'd done more. I wish I'd done more. I want to make it up to Rochelle today. But I've been there since I was 12. Ooh. And how old are you now, if I may ask? Just out of curiosity. What's up, Rob? How you doing, buddy? 33? Okay, so not much younger than me. No, I'll just ask because I'm like, that's 12. That's a long time to be in therapy. That's more than a chunk of your life. Had several different therapists. I'm thinking of trying another one. I just don't want to. I don't mind telling my age. Well, I didn't mean it like that. It's rude of somebody to ask a lady her age. But I just wanted to know, like I said, because that's a long time to be in therapy. Richard Allen. This motherfucker got convicted. I mean, there's got to be. What's up, buddy? There's got to be somewhere. Yeah, I'm looking at a true crime case. And for those of you watching the YouTube stream, I'm also live streaming elsewhere as well. And I'm reading about Richard Allen right now, and I have a lot of questions about that. I have a lot of questions. It's annoying starting all over. Yes, it's very annoying to do that, to get to that place where you have to tell all your traumas over again and relive it. That's why, like, eventually I'm going to see a psychiatrist. It's worth it with the right therapist. I agree. I'd rather the one therapist take the notes and then pass the notes over to a psychiatrist. That way you can get your diagnoses and then get prescribed. Like, that's what I'm working on now. That's taken about 3 years of diagnoses to see where it is. Oh, welcome in. We have a whopping 2 people on the YouTube live stream. And for those of you watching, I'm live streaming here as well on TikTok. We're building off of the old forums. Murda, how's it going? And to whoever else is watching. For those of you unfamiliar with me, my name's Wesley. I'm a 36-year-old single father of 2 and a half actually. Used to do true crime video blogging a lot more often, but after D'Angelo's case, I kind of lost interest. But Richard Allen being arrested was one that I promised I'd come back to if it ever happened. And sure enough, there it is. I'm getting help for them, so I have a long ways to go. Did they prescribe you anything? On one end, I'm talking about mental health. On this end, I'm true crime, and this end is where my kids are. I'll introduce you to my kids. Hey, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Bing bong. Say bing bong. This is my mini me. You say hi? Yeah. What's wrong? You wanted to say hi? Say hi. Poor baby, so warm. Say hi. She don't feel good. Isn't that right? Poor baby. I hope she feels better soon. Yeah, it's been about a week they've been sick like this. Can't wait till they feel better. And then her brother can go back to school. Poor baby.
You are so hot. Oh my gosh. Ready for some medicine? Okay. Let's get you some medicine. You are so hot. Hey, right there. I'm right here, baby. Bing bong. Bing bong. She looks like you. Yes, she does, don't she? Where did it go? Found it.
Hi.
Found it. Oh.
Hey.
How do you want, huh?
Daddy.
Yeah?
What?
I don't know.
I see you.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me now. I said no.
Daddy.
No.
Yeah.
My eyeball fell out. Ah.
That's yeah.
That actually kind of hurt, like I felt my eyeball burst. Say it, don't spray it. Being a dad, I'll have you know, saved my life. Teach her to cover her mouth. She does pretty good with it. I'm not pushing it too hard because she just woke up. Like she was coughing so bad it woke her up. Poor thing, barely getting sleep. These syringes are so. Oh, that's your brother. Poor baby. Cough it up. Cough it up. Number 1 or number 2? There we go. Cough it up first. That's a baby. There you go. Good job. All right, one more. And this is going to clear that cough up. Good job, baby. You do so good with the medicine. You did so good. Okay, good job. Yeah, poor baby. I just wish you could make it all go away, you know? What do you think, Ann? Hmm? I know. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
What do you want to eat? You want pizza?
Yeah.
You want a lot of pizza?
Yeah.
You want 100 pizza? You want a million pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want a baked potato?
Oh.
Do you want Wagyu steak? Do you want a hot dog? Do you want a hamburger? Do you want $50?
No.
You don't want $50? Say hi, Allie.
No. Hi.
Allie's our friend.
I.
Maybe some soup. She doesn't do really well with soup. I love you too, Al. Poor baby. I know. She is not feeling good at all, and it's killing me. It's breaking my heart. Mm.
Why did your hair smell funny? Did you go swimming in play? Did you swim in Play-Doh or something? Kids always have this weird smell. Warm tea. That actually sounds like a good idea. If I just had some tea bags. You want some tea? Oh, really? You don't want $50, but you want a tea. Tea's good. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. You want me to make you some warm tea? I thought that's what you wanted. I thought that's what you wanted. You want Dad to put the eyes in? Do you want chamomile is good however you spell it. Yeah. Do you want ice cream? Yeah. Let's see what we got. Well, I want to go check the freezer and see what we got. Okay? Will you host the show for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Host this. Talk to them. Talk to them. Bing bong. I'm coming, babe. One thing we forgot. Bing bong. Ooh, you got your graham crackers. What is it, man? You want some water? Water? Okay. Bing bong. Here, baby. Water. Put a little bit of tea in there. Okay, much better. All right. Of course. I love you. Really? You ready to lay down? You sure? What if I lay down with you? You want to lay down with Mommy? No? What can I do to make it feel better? Ooh. I remember that. Meet Fuzzy Lumpkins. This is classic right here. This is the first Powerpuff Girls ever. God, I remember when this aired. It loves you. It's so sweet. Yeah. This is the one where they take the pew-pew and it turns everybody into meat. Hello, Annette. Welcome. Welcome in, people. Old Cartoon Network. Like, geez. What? Oh, cartoon, tune. You look like Buttercup. No? How about Bubbles? You look like Bubbles better? Okay, I think she likes Blossom.
Look at that dude's Giot.
Look at the background character's butt is like massive. That's the little stuff you never noticed when you're a kid. It was so randomly drawn. Like he was just a background character, but he had a big old Giat. What is it, honey? I know. This brings back memories. Yeah. This cartoon was. This cartoon. Give it up, baby. No. No. I hear it trying to move. Dexter's Lab. Oh my god. This episode of Space Ghost was the actual competition to see which cartoon got the airtime. And I remember now it was definitely this one. She's so fast. I hate it that they changed the mayor, but I like it at the same time. Adult Swim had some crazy commercials late night. Yes, it did. And I love it that Tim and Eric made fun of it. Not meat. Teacher, I have to save the world too. I'm going to finish off this cough medicine. No? How about this? You want to laugh? I'll do anything to make you laugh. Okay? I have to check that one out. I've seen a few episodes. Yeah, there was Tom Goes to Mayor. That was a classic. And they had a villain on there called the Salami Swami. Oh my god. But there's, like, I just heard that. The stuff you can't get away with today. You cannot get away with it. People are so butthurt over everything now. What is wrong, honey? I know you feel bad. You feel gross. But we got you. It's okay. Saw that Powerpuff Girls, yeah. Salami Swami. Poor baby. Got her hair.
Where'd the sound go? That was creepy. Creepy. Let's try to fix it. They'll never tell. I don't know why that happened. That was weird. That was creepy. Anne said that was very keepy. Very keepy. It was cute. 1995. God, it's hard to believe. Hmm? Cheer one. All right. Let's put on. I said, now, come on now. Want me to lay down with you? Sorry about that. Home movies, yep. Bro, that scared me. Get your insight on an extensive independent investigation. Unsolved murders in the Carolinas surrounding Herman's properties. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. That dude was pretty generic as a serial killer. Like he wasn't no Israel Keys, but he made me think of that homeboy that got killed in West Virginia. I cannot remember his name. This guy was unalived in the commission of attempted SA, and the would-be victim was in transition, and they picked up a rake and beat him with it and defended himself, and eventually the dude dropped his pew and they got hold of it and defended themselves. That's Howerman makes me think of that guy, like very, very generic. So who knows what he got away with? Who knows how much he's gotten away with? Dudes like him are a dime a dozen. Like there are so many people like him in the world that's disturbing. That's the disturbing part. You ever seen that movie? It was nice to meet you. I'm gonna hop off. I'll talk to you later. Nice to meet you, Survivor. You take care of yourself, okay? It was a pleasure. The pleasure was all mine. Thank you for spending time with us. If you ever watched that Eileen Wuornos movie, Monster, the first time she defended herself, that's the way I see it. That's the way I see Howerman. I think that was the most realistic portrayal of a serial offender in the commission of their crime. Between that one, I think the most realistic portrayal will always be Henry. Henry's part 1 and 2, both of those movies, I think did. Oh yeah, you don't like it when I talk about that stuff. I haven't talked about true crime in so long, and my kids don't like it. They don't like it at all. They don't like how into it I get. Have you ever heard of Beth Ellen Vincent? No, I haven't. I haven't been into true crime since before the pandemic. Like I gave up completely on it. I'm not really into it at all anymore. Recently, because of Richard Allen getting arrested, I wanted
I had to come back. I owed it to myself and to the German family and the Williams family for at least, and the sister survivors to at least revisit it and check on everybody. It's a 94 case. No idea. Brendan was so dramatic, yo. So dramatic. Let's see. Let's look her up. That was the end of my daughter's cough medicine. I was going, or the Tylenol anyway. I was going to pour it back in, but it just wasn't enough. Hey, Mita. Hope you're doing good, Mama. Hope you're doing all right. Let's see, what is the name? Beth Ellen Vincent. How's the new job going? The new job is great. The job is great. It's just when I'm here now, that's the problem. I'm either at work or here. Work here, work here, work here, work here. And I know it's going to take time to get where I want to be, but I start messing up the most when I sit still too long. I've learned that about myself. That's when I start overindulging. I got too plastered yesterday. I got way too plastered during the day. It's pretty much the only day off where I have just to myself. And I'm like, I'm stuck here. I might as well. And it sucked. It sucked. But it wasn't too bad. The weeks are working out better than I thought they would. Because I decided, at least one day a week I'll unload, but you know how it is. Your daughter Jody used to work for him. I saw where you commented on that. How long did she work there? Did she do delivery? Delivery is, at least you will have insurance. God, yes. Oh my God, yes. I just filled out for that this week. That was a big accomplishment. That was the biggest accomplishment. And I had 2 years, and yes, she did deliveries. 2 years. Why did she leave? If I may ask, did she find something better? Was that, I could see that. Let's see. Beth Ellen Vincent. Let's see how close that is. I'm looking at a case, an unsolved case nearby. The 1994 murder of Beth Ellen Vincent. Let's find an article. I see all the Reddit posts and whoa, okay, here's the FBI post on it. And oh my God, she was beautiful. That's so sad. And that is such a vintage article. Wow. Oh, it's a poster. The FBI did a poster. What case? On August 23rd, 1994, approximately 4 weeks after Beth Ellen Vincent, a 17-year-old white female, left her home in Goldsboro, North Carolina, went to Raleigh to work and save enough money to get to New York. Her body was found. I know Anne, she doesn't like it when I read this kind of stuff. That's why I got out of true crime in the first place. Because my kids do not like it. Miss Vincent's body had been covered with cardboard and left between two warehouses on Wicker Road. All right, let's see where Wicker Road. Raleigh. It's over there by It's about 20 minutes from here, roughly. Are you trying to connect her to Harriman? You're up late. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I fell asleep early. Like I said, I got plastered yesterday. I had to go to sleep. That's what happens, though. Miss Vincent's body had been covered with cardboard and left between two warehouses on Wicker Road. She worked for an escort service and was last seen at 2:30 in the morning. Yeah, I could see Harriman being responsible for this one. That is like every bit of this is like right up his alley. Oh, they found her, and they said that she had been stabbed in excess of 15 times. Ridiculous. Pull string shoulder bag. Oh, they took a lot of stuff off of her. Disgusting. Disgusting. It's an interesting case. You need to find something to do on your day off so you don't get plastered. Yeah, no shit. Like, well, I made it a deal with it myself. Like, rather than spreading out the drinking days like I've always done, because I'm driving, I can't drink like that. I can't do it because you can't function. So I save it for one day. Well, I am going to try. I took a nap earlier and couldn't sleep at a decent hour. So I feel you. I slept on and off all day. I am physically tired, like physically out of it. Like just completely out of it. Be right back.
What is it, Tater Tot? Right here, baby. No? There you go. No? Okay. Yes. Okay. Here you go. Or do you want to?
He's a little bit bigger.
Hmm?
I think you could get him wiry. I know. They can't use something like you.
Poor baby.
Poor baby. She is not feeling good at all. Yeah, she's over there begging, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. I'm like, okay, come lay with you. And then she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, what do you want? She's like, oh, no. I hate it when they're sick. I know, I hate it. I hate it so much. They're all sick. She's just getting some rest in. She'll be coughing. I think I'm finally starting to get really sick off of it, but it's probably just a hangover. So, try my best to try and hold off. And also, there's that funeral today. I don't like funerals. Funerals are no bueno. Reading about Beth Ellen Vincent. Some more. 17 years old. Look at this girl. She was absolutely gorgeous. So terrible. And she was working as an escort of all things. I forget sometimes I forget that not everybody's trafficked. Like, and it says right here that she was working as an escort to save money for college. She said 4 weeks. Yeah, yeah. She wanted to go to New York. That was it. It's so sad. One thing we've been watching the trial of Richard Allen. It's been mm,
I was kind of just trying out a minute here, Gil, and I didn't expect that I call you down there, Brendan.
this case has had the largest social media profile of any case I have followed, and has been very odd with many rumors, names of ever. Good God. I didn't realize that people were being swatted. That makes me feel so damn lucky. Holy crap. YouTubers were actually getting swatted over that case. Oh my God. I feel so lucky. Holy crap. God, could you imagine like the popo showing up while I'm drunk? Oh my God. All right, here's the questions I have about Richard Allen. There's something not gelling together about that guy. There is something completely unbelievable about that guy. The conduct of law enforcement has been abysmal in that. From what I have heard, there are a number of areas they will appeal. Judge not allowing third-party suspect defense. Confessions, violation of civil rights, yes. The solitary confinement was disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting. Confessions. There may be others. DNA of hairs found at crime scene were not tested. What? How could they drop the ball so hard on this case? This case sounds like such a mess. How could law enforcement drop the ball so hard with Richard Allen? How? It's only the highest profile true crime case there is. Like, how are they going to? I would definitely go for retrial, 100%. Drop everything, go straight back to the beginning. Now, if Abby and Libby's families, I've met them before, and especially the older sister. If she's confident in the results, I would be more impressed with it if she was confident. Kelsey, I haven't talked to her in ages. Last I heard, she got married. But yeah, she was so smart, and if she had the confidence that Richard Allen was the guy, that would be one thing. I would believe her. But if there was any shadow of a doubt. What is it, honey? Where do you live now? I'll tell you what cases I have nearby that I found in the newspaper. I'm in, this is Morrisville, but technically it's still Durham. I got the hell out of Roxborough. That was one of the best things I ever did in my life. One of the smartest things I ever did.
You know what? I think that's gonna be it for me. Hold up. I just had a quick thought. There's a ranch I know. Out in like Nevada. They do horseback classes. They do a whole rodeo thing. I don't know why she's so probably gave the phone away. I told her I wanted to talk to you for a little while. So we're going to a ranch? No, it's really for kids. It's, I don't know, I get you. So we want to talk about it. I gotta go, bro. Jeremy, don't use your hands. Jeremy, don't use these. When I was a kid, I was in the soccer team at a very experimental school. It was not oriented.
Dad, are you watching me?
I can't take my eyes off of you. Brendan, come here. Yeah, I like. I don't want to go. Brendan, get in. Jeremy, you're up. Brendan, you're in. Okay. All right. And Lisa, you're in too. Brendan, you're up. You're up. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do something else. Now get back in. Okay. You don't want to do it all the way. I will not. Stay right near me. Should I chalk in place or something?
I know.
Here comes Ticket.
Oh, come on, Rap, what are you gonna call that? Come on, the kid got cream. What's a 21-year-old kid doing on that team?
She passed out. She passed out. She fell asleep finally. It reminds me of when she was a little baby and I would watch home movies and she'd be sitting in her little bassinet she'd just be watching this and then eventually it just helped her fall asleep. Oh my God, how that time goes. How that time just flies.
Of all three of us, I yielded the best. Let's get into the game, parents. Get into the game. Speaking of getting into the game, Raf, get into the game. I was movies on my business. I hate the sport, Brendan. I hate the sport. Now you I was just thinking that we met for, I guess, for the first time at the PTA meeting 2 years ago. And I meant to tell you, by the way, was something I meant to tell you 2 years ago at the PTA meeting? I'm uncomfortable around you. Jesus, it's slipped my mind for the last 2 years. I've been meaning to tell you that I really think we're not going to hit it off. There's your dad sitting really close to me.
Here, you I'm just talking. Here's
In 2 weeks, on Saturday morning, Melissa and I are getting ready to start. And I would love it if you would bring me and join us.
When I was younger and I would watch this show, I used to think Paula was like the most casual mom. And as a teenager, she was I used to think, if you're curious, I'm watching home movies. He brought the violin to the soccer practice. So, for those of you who don't know what the show is about a little boy and his friends who make home movies with his camcorder, pretty much my childhood. And his mom is a single mom raising him and his little sister. And you never see who the dad is of the little sister. I'm pretty sure they're separate fathers, but you do meet Brandon's father later on. Anyway, looking back at these characters from the 90s that were created, like I used to think the mom was pretty cool. Like when I was a teenager, that was the kind of, I was into older women. I was definitely trying to slip up on some older women. And I always thought Paula was like, as a character, was the most realistic and personal. But the more I watch it now as an adult, she was such a bitch. Like, oh my God, such a horrible person. She was a good mom, and that's it. As a friend, a wife, a girlfriend, a lover, she was just a horrible, horrible human being. The best adult was Melissa's dad. Like, he was definitely the most the most casual, realistic dude in the whole world in this. Don't get me wrong, Coach McGurk was the funniest, but Melissa's dad was awesome. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Y'all hold it down for me.
I wanted to talk a little bit about my shoes. I'm gonna get you some new shoes. My birthday's coming up, and that's it. I got more if you want. I have a feeling it's more of that. Yeah, pretty much. Brandon. I know. I was trying to tell you. I want to see you after school today. We should rush into anything. You're gonna have to bring your mother in. No, I can talk to her myself. I swear to God, I'll talk to her. You don't have to call her or anything. Brandon? Yes. You're a smart kid, and you know how to your movies. You make your little movies, right? Yes. That takes a little bit of thought, right? Yes. Take that energy and put it into a project. That's important for school. All right. Do you understand what is going on here? Do you understand that you are not doing well in any subject? And if you continue on this path, you will be in fourth grade for the next 4 years. But you're going to hold me back? Yes. That's... You have to do better. What if I got a second chance to do the report? I don't know. You tell me. What do you think would happen if you got my mom to do this conference thing? And
He's gonna tell your mom.
well, I told him not to mention it.
Man, this is serious.
I know.
I don't think you're taking it seriously.
I don't need this. I just had Lynn screaming at me for the last hour.
Well, maybe stop thinking about yourself for a minute. How do you think it's gonna be for me if you have to stay in fourth grade?
And you're in fifth.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get fit. I'm not getting my work.
You can get Hilda back with me.
Well, I'm not that good at not doing my work the way that you are.
I didn't think about that.
Well, what do you have to do? There has to be something you can do.
I asked him. He said I could do the report again.
Then that's it. You just have to do the speech over, and then you won't be held back.
You know, you really helped me a lot. I just told you that.
A nice attitude.
Hey, I'm a little egg.
Brennan, you want to know what I did to get ready for my speech?
What?
I went to the library.
I'm not going to the
I
library.
used
I'm
encyclopedias.
not going to the
I
library.
Xeroxed pictures of
Right.
notebooks.
What's your point?
My point is take my speech.
He's already heard it.
Shine back.
Just change the form a little bit.
Well, I've been driving for years.
I'll try to just give it to me. I'm 6 something heading now.
It's literally 9 hours of just driving. Oh, welcome in.
Brendan, Mr. Lynch called. Jesus. Yeah, well, he did call, and I found out that you were supposed to do a presentation for class that apparently turned out to be about your shoes. Mom, I was looking down, that's all that I saw. I was looking impromptu. Brendan, you're going to get held back if you're not able to complete this assignment. Mom, yeah, what I haven't explained to you is that I am so far behind. I have not done homework for the last year. Brendan, that is not acceptable. I don't know why you think you can do
Paula, I don't know why you're surprised, you bitch. Like, see, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, she was such a horrible. She's a narcissist, like through and through. Like, oh. First off, what she was talking shit to, she was so horrible to Melissa's dad to his face. Like, Melissa's dad is the most realistic and nurturing father character in this show. And Paula basically told him to his face that she's uncomfortable around him, and she's been wanting to tell him that for 2 years. And he literally did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. My boy was just pitching woo and he was so realistic about it too. He wasn't being creepy. He was showing personality. And she straight up just rubbed it in his face that she's not attracted to him. Like, fuck you. And then this right here, Brandon just said he hasn't done homework in over a year, and she's like, that's not acceptable. I'm like, how did you not know this? See, like she even mentions she doesn't do the parent-teacher conference because it's like her going to detention. Like, whatever. So, what did you redact? What did you retract?
And I hate giving speeches, and Jason, this is where you come in, okay? I play much. You come in and we kind of switch places because I turn into you. And you go, I
I like the bully in this show too. The bully is probably the best character of the whole series. Brennan challenges him to a fight out of nowhere, loses, and then the bully lets Brennan beat him and have the win to make him feel better. Like you can't. It's great writing. That's just simple.
Give the annual report. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Small. Please give him your attention.
As far as the annual report goes, I don't have it on me. And, in the meantime, I would, oh boy, I think I might be turning into a monster. Monster.
Help!
Hey, he's using telekinesis.
That's right. I'm using telekinesis. I'll burn you all up and make you crispy. My flesh is getting hot.
Well, who's better than you?
Bro, that was so creative. Holy crap. That was so smooth.
Stare at me with their mouths hanging open. Oh, well, you know, one of the things that happens is that when I'm in a situation where it's inappropriate for me to curse, I can't help it. And therefore, these parent-teacher conferences go really, really bad. You know, I say everything I think. That's obsessive compulsive disorder. You say everything you think. In fact, I even say something that you think that I had thought of. Of course, at the last one I brought drinks, and maybe that was a mistake, but I know that now. So that little to-go jigger.
It just occurred to me she's mixed or something. She's the one. Brandon looks more like his dad. Now that I just noticed that.
Maybe you should look at yourselves before you take it out on me. I'm just one monster. And when I'm gone, you'll remember me. Ow! 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 And then you'll have to look at yourselves and own up to what you've done. For isn't every man a monster?
I guess he's right. I guess we're all.
Damn right, I'm right.
No.
Don't stop shooting.
Okay, guys.
Don't you realize that
He didn't. He was pulling at the darts.
Look, he's turning back to a man.
Why did you make me that speech?
Lynn, shall I? Elevator. How you doing? Yeah. I didn't come up here just to talk to you and chat. I was wondering what happened to Brendan Small yesterday. And he was with you after school, and I had a 3:30 practice. And my understanding, Lynch, was that Brendan was going to be at practice yesterday. I need him to practice every day this week because we're going to game against Campbell on Saturday.
That's a very important game, isn't it?
It is. What do you actually teach, Lynch? I never understood exactly what you do.
It's fourth grade. I teach all subjects except for soccer.
Yeah, well, I mean, soccer is not the only thing I teach, but
Really?
that's correct. Yeah, soccer is fall and winter and spring sport as well, which is also soccer. So I guess
McGurk is such a jerk. McGurk the jerk.
Soccer, you want
This show is like so addictive. It's good. But now Anna's asleep, so I was concerned that was going to be a late night. I will not be bringing anybody into boxes that I don't know. Yeah. How did it? The Richard Allen thing is pissing me off. Like I'm done reading that.
So here's Brendan with his new presentation. Brendan?
Thank you. I decided this time.
Oh yeah. And for those of y'all who didn't know, my mom passed away last year. I forget that a lot of people
Just go to the library and expect to sit down and have a report just happen, just to fall in your lap here, you know? That's something you have to put effort into.
Welcome in, welcome in.
Please buy without doing any work. You got another big
Hey, Brendan, small. Let's
Brendan, Brendan, hold on. Ball's going by you. Don't worry. Come on. I got it. Come on. Get it.
Any event, oh my god, I missed that name. I missed that. Euler. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I've people on TikTok are aware of my last 2 years of my life, and yeah, like it. I forgot that the people on YouTube actually knew my mother. Like I forgot. Oh my god, they knew my mom's kitchen. They knew her oven. They knew that like when I would do the video blogs. Like I forgot how much personality was in that damn house. Like I forgot about it, and I forgot my mom was heavily involved in that. I remember her telling me those were some of her favorite memories. Was me doing the video blogging. Like she said that was the best creativity I ever had. I was like, really? I felt kind of punitive, you know, like I felt funny about it. And she was like, no, it was fun to watch. She said, you have the personality for it. And I certainly do. My older brother died this year too. That was another one. So death has been following me around. You know how that goes though. It's so sad.
I could die eating the food in here. I could actually die. I could. Oh my god! I could have a lawsuit. Oh my god! We can work this thing out all night. I was on the phone talking to my friend. All of a sudden, I had a bite of sherbet. Oh, the sherbet is bad, sherbet.
That's fine.
Yes, we're very happy that you're guest. That you came to live with us in our guest house. Oh,
A babysitter.
so happy you decided to move to our small town.
Be right back.
Okay, I love you. I know, like you know, you got very tight lips over the past. I get that a lot. Right? Yeah, why? Hey, you guys do fine, but what about your past? It's because you don't know too much about it. There's one thing I do know, and it's somebody's birthday. Happy birthday.
Are you saying that you have OCD?
I have OCD. That means two things. It means that I can't be quiet. A lot of times I find myself talking about things that aren't really the subject. Whenever I come to these parent-teacher conferences, I say over and over again. And it turns out that is it's like a cousin of Tourette's or something. It's a symptom where there's fucking phonics. It's a problem. And a lot of times I think for these kind of relationships where the kind of relationships with Brendan's teachers, I think I get off on a bad start, and then I get off on a bad middle, and eventually I go to the end. So that's what I swear of, because I'm really not.
Sort of. I guess if that's what you want to call it. It went. I said to him, he wasn't going to put his arm around me, so I put my arm around him. I could feel it twitch a little bit, so I tightened my grip a little bit. I said, don't twitch, relax. Just relax. We're having fun, And I could feel him, trying to pull.
Sorry about that. I had to step out for a second. Yeah, so in the years that have passed, there have been losses. There have been my mom got cancer in 2018, and she beat it then. She just couldn't put these down. She could not put these down. That's what did it. And I've been fighting to try and quit for years. And the closest I came to it was last year. Holy crap. That looks wild. But I want to try again soon. My older brother had a massive heart attack back in March. It did bring me closer to my nieces in Virginia.
You do a fair amount of drinking during the week.
No, I used to have a little relaxer, a little bottle glass of wine, a relaxer every evening, which would make Brendan's homework a lot easier for me to do.
I also have urinary tract infection. Is that when it burns in the teeth? That feels weird. There's stuff in it. Like fire? No, like rice.
You know, one time, was it Russell West, I think, spit outside, and Thomas Martin made him spit into a jar. He had to fill a whole jar with spit, and I was so jealous.
Oh boy, this show is so relatable.
I have eczema. You have it, I have it on elbow, knee, crotch, and underarm. And I have head eczema, which is called cradle cap.
What is cradle cap?
Yeah, I'll show you. Oh, you can take it out of your head. Oh,
Horrible.
white. Ew. Oh, you should wear a hat, and it feels good when I pick it off. Oh, but the teachers hate me when I do it. Mr. Irvin hit me in my head. He really hit you? Because I kept picking cradle cap. And then Mrs. Hanneman hit me when I pooed myself in class.
The teacher beat him because he pooped in class. Damn. The 90s. Wild time. See, Mom, she finally passed away last year. We didn't end on the best terms. I miss her. I miss her endlessly. I miss my best friend. I miss her being here. I miss all that time, all that lost time. I wish she was here to be a grandmother. But she'd rather crawl into a bottle with a pack of cigarettes than be a grandmother. It was tough. It was so tough. It was so stupid tough. I guess I'm thinking about it now because I have this funeral to go to today for a relative. Funerals are always kind of weird for me, but honestly, this one, take it or leave it. The dude had been sick for a long time. I didn't really care for him, but he was a massive linchpin to that part of my family. He held a lot of people together, but I did not care for his opinion of my mother. I had heard the things that he'd said about my mother, and I had no respect for him whatsoever. He did not care for my mother, and he did not care for me and my brother. He did not. So they can get. But I do want to support that family though, because the family is good. I'm sorry for their loss more than anything. But he'd been in ailing health for a while. That family's going through it too. Like my aunt's brother had a widowmaker this year and survived it. I was like, damn. All kinds of stuff going on, and it's
Scorsese, Altman, Spielberg, Lucas, they are all fabulous directors, and every single one of them had a tutor, just like me. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed my speech. Back to you, Brendan.
5 o'clock in the morning already.
Good work up there, by the way. Thanks. How are you doing? Fine. How are you doing? Fine. Mr. Lynch?
Oh,
What is this, a glass of water?
I'm dizzy.
Mm.
I'm so damn dizzy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? What I need from you is I need some reaction cutaways, some reaction shots of you screaming and saying, "Oh my God, it's a monster." I'm gonna turn the camera on. Okay, now give me a, "Oh my God, it's a monster." Oh my God.
Oh my god, it's a monster.
You have to give me more than that.
It's a monster.
That's good. Okay, now he's wrecking the city.
He's wrecking the city.
That's good. Okay,
What am I gonna do?
that's great. Keep going.
It's a monster. It's one of you. Put me down.
That's great. How about
Put me down. Ow, my ribs. You're crushing my head. Stop it. Stop hurting my leg.
okay, yeah, that's that.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. If I just get a little bit less.
I would absolutely use all of that. As far as my home life in Roxborough goes, I beat all those charges from years ago. I defeated that. That was finally resolved. And honestly, it really didn't matter at the end because my mom had passed away a week before it got cleared up. And it didn't matter because I'd already paid for it. It was tough. It was very tough. But when mom passed away, nothing really mattered after that. Just my kids. My kids were the only thing that mattered after that. And in the last year, the houses have fallen apart. I lived out of the house that I was in when I was married, across the street from my mom's house. My younger brother, has been between there, and he's pretty much taking care of that house. We're trying to sell my mom's house. My mom's house was the house where I did the majority of the video blogs that I did. When she died, it was like everything quit making sense. Everything quit. Yeah. The world stopped making sense. I didn't care about much else. My kids, though. My kids saved my life. Like their mother saved my life. As far as she goes. So me and Rochelle met over 4 years ago now. And
people putting up on you, because if you do that, then they'll do the next worst thing, which is probably, I can't think of anything worse than mud.
Something like bugs.
Yeah. Thank you, Melissa. Yes, bring it. Who is Shannon? Well, Shannon's this kid at the.
Shannon is best character of this show.
Sure. And it's fine to hurt him.
It's easy to hurt.
So where was I? Oh yeah, we met 4-ish years ago. We tried making a relationship work. It didn't. As a couple, we just two different people. It didn't work. We were at odds almost all the time. We still are, but the difference now is that there's no pressure to a relationship that you would have in the degree of a relationship. And we love our kids. We love our kids. She had. I met Ryan, our oldest, when he was 2. He's nonverbal. That's my hero. That's my little buddy. That's my best friend. That's my boy. If I go anywhere, he's my wingman. I wouldn't trade him for the world. His biological father passed away about a month or so after his mother and I started dating, and yeah, it didn't end well there. He passed away from COVID, and there were times that me and her would have broke up a long time ago, but I was determined to stay in Ryan's life. Ryan is very important to me. He's the most important person in my life. Shortly after she got pregnant, we tried. I had a breakup with her. I dumped her, and then last year she dumped me. So we tried. We gave it a really valiant effort to try and make it work, but honestly, we're better off as friends. I live here with her now, as a matter of fact, but as a roommate, and trying to be more involved in the kid's life. But I haven't been out of work. I was homeless over the summer.
I was getting over a lot during the summer. A lot of traumatic things happened in the last 2 years, and it really culminated in living out of a parking deck for the summer. And that was when I needed the most rescue, and I got assaulted twice in the last 2 years. The most recent time was in the parking deck. Somebody put their hands on me, and I defended myself, and that's when I decided I can't stay out here. I can't sleep out here anymore. So I went to, and Rochelle had been asking me to live here, but I wasn't ready to live with her yet. I wasn't ready for that because she's actively dating, and I don't mind dating. It's just I'm not ready for it. Dating just is not in the realm of possibilities. But I do have my kids all the time now. That was all I could really ask for. The whole thing is outside of like I go to work, I come here, go to work, come here, go to work, come here, and the kids are always here. So I can't. I didn't lose, if that makes sense. I haven't lost. So in the last 2 months, it's gotten better. It's gotten progressively better. I'm doing really good. In the last 2 weeks alone, I can honestly say I have been better off than I have been in my entire life. Like, new job. The job is great. Best money I ever made in my life. I see my kids all the time. I can finally start saving up, and I've got to take that seriously. I've been handed a gift here, like a fresh start. I'm taking it. I'm literally taking it. It's just I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more in life to grab onto, if that makes sense. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So many people doubted me over the years. So many people doubted me. So many people wished ill on me and talked shit and had all this shit to say. But bro, I'm telling you right now, like I fucking won. I fucking beat it. I got through it all. I survived everything. Everything that this world has thrown at me, I have survived it. And I come out of it swinging. And now I'm in a place where I can fucking do this. I can do this. And it's just, my problem has always been wrapping my head around the positive instead of the negative. And if you're wondering what I'm looking at from the YouTube perspective, I have 2 more live streams like going on consecutively. So I'm talking to multiple platforms. That's why it looks like I'm just kind of disjointed. And yeah, I'm getting questions from different ends. Except on TikTok, there's nobody. Here I've got no responses. And over here, I got at least 4 people watching. But it's Twitch. What are you going to do? So yeah, it's been better. Things have been much better. Getting this job was the thing. This was the momentum I needed to make a comeback. And I'm proud of myself for it. I'm proud. I'm happy with the outcome. I do have my days. Like yesterday was one of those days. Only day off that was solid, and I didn't do shit but get drunk, and which is just the one day. And the rest of this weekend is I get the 3 days off. So yesterday was kind of a me day. Friday and Saturday will be. Well, today is the funeral thing, so that's. That's probably why I got plastered yesterday, is because I was not. I really like. I'm happy to go see the family members, but it seems like the only time I see family members is when someone dies. And at least in this case, it's somebody like I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I didn't care for him. I really didn't. He was, as I mentioned earlier, he was pretty nasty to my mom and about my mom and me and my brother. Like, you can call me anything in the book. You can call me a creep. You can call me any name that you want to. I've been called that and worse. Come after my mom, bro. I'm sorry. He's lucky he didn't get knocked out a long time ago because I wish I'd have been there when I heard about. I had heard that he said something to her face or about, not even to her face, but like she was right around the corner. He said something to my face before, but I'm okay with that. Like, say anything you want to about me, but if I'd have heard that about my mom, bro, oh man, no. The last person who did something like that, and I was there, was a dude at a carnival, and I actually I grabbed him. Oh man, I do not like people talking about my mom. Oh, I take it back. The last person to say something about my mom was this summer. If you go to my TikTok, you'll see it on there actually. The girl I broke up with, she was demanding money from me, threatening me, and I hung up on her. And she sent me that text message. Said, is this the guy that was obsessed with the serial? Yeah, this is Wesley. Welcome. Welcome. You're on Zower. Ta-da. This is my new life. I was just explaining it to Murder Inc. here. Everybody remembers Murder Inc. Just kind of catching him up with the last couple of years of my life. And since I got out of the case, after D'Angelo got caught, I fell out of true crime. After I became a father, I really got out of it. And horror movies, for that matter. Like I really like refocused as a father. Like that's my life. I am a father. That is all it's the only job I don't suck at. My kids look at me, I don't feel like a failure. Everything else I suck at. So yeah, I'm that guy that tried to be a podcaster but couldn't put the bottle down long enough to take it seriously. I hope you're doing okay. It's good to see you. I remember your name. I think you just went by Liberty at the time, if I remember correctly. I hope you're doing well. I've been just going over it. It's been interesting. It's been an interesting several years. As far as D'Angelo goes, the last time I thought about him, I go on TikTok live streams and I have people talk about these cases that we were intimately familiar with. And I just hear them talking about facts of the case. And I'm just like, I just keep it to myself. I don't even go there. Congrats on becoming it. Thank you. Best thing I ever did in my life. Best thing. I love being a dad. It's the best. It is the best, funnest thing ever. Let's see. How are you doing? Shannon is awesome. Shannon is awesome. I'm sorry, we're watching whole movies and the bully in the show is like the best character. That's how you take an ass whooping. That's how you do it. He went down kicking and screaming. Oh, anyway, so yeah, I got out of true crime a long time ago after the trial and everything. I think the last thing I remember about D'Angelo was I was during the pandemic and everything, and when I remember, like, the most important thing I remember about that case was after the days of victim impact statements. I'll never forget those. I took 3 days off of work to sit down and watch those live. Like, I remember going live and watching those because I was just like, God damn. And then at the very end, he got to make his statement. He stood up, he took off that mask, and that's like metaphorically too. Like he let that whole facade slip away. I am sorry for the way I did you. Whatever. I was like, you know how long we've been waiting for him to take that mask off? Like that was my takeaway from it. And now with the Delphi thing going on, like since I met the Germans and the Williams and was invested in that during CrimeCon specifically, I decided I'd come back and try to catch up with everybody. I've had a lot more success on TikTok, especially when I was homeless. I found a little bit of success on there, but people only care about you when you're suffering. I learned that the hard way, and now I'm just using it as I just use this as kind of self therapy. I hope you have been doing well. What is new with your life? I'm gonna go step up here for a second.
The thing is that usually when stories like this spread, people exaggerate them or they get their moms like, God, everyone's got it down.
Shannon doesn't go to this school.
Exactly. So our whole school knows about it because of you. His whole school knows about it because of you.
Hey, Melissa.
Yep.
Do you have all that footage of the interviews and the fight and everything?
I don't know.
Okay, I want every last copy of it, please.
What do you want for it?
I'd like to either burn them or re-edit them so it looks like I won. And then when I have children, I'll show this to them, and they'll think that their father is a coward.
And then after that fight,
What?
I don't take care of your children.
Hello?
Brendan,
Yes.
honey,
Hi.
look, I'm turning 8 Saturday. I'm having a big birthday party, and you're coming. And Melissa, Jason.
You're inviting me to your birthday party?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, you guys don't thinking about that fight, are you?
No.
I had a bully just like this when I was little. Oh my god! If y'all are following this shit, just checking in on YouTube and your life popped up. Take care always. Do you take care too? You take care too. I was supposed. Well, it was kind of. This is what I was hoping for. It was just some engagement from the forums. It would probably help if I shared it. Oh, excuse me.
You still friends with Melissa?
Oh, yeah. Have her bring her video camera. It's a video camera, actually.
Have her bring your video camera.
Will do. With the casual dress.
Oh, yeah, whatever you want. 4 p.m. I'm registered at Toys R Us.
Good to know.
I'm registered at Toys R Us. Love it.
He's inviting me because he wants to be the better man, I think. Do you know what I mean?
So after beating you up, now he's the nice guy who invites us to his party.
Yes. And we can't let him win.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give him a present. And I'm gonna go there. And I'm gonna be really nice to him. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really nice to him. I'm gonna be very, very nice to him.
Right.
I'm gonna play all the games and I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun there, right?
You're gonna be a great
No,
guest.
no, I'm gonna have a great time. It's gonna be fun. And Shannon and I are gonna get along and then I'll be the best man.
Yeah.
And I'll be better than him. And that's how I'm gonna beat him.
You beat him at his own game.
What am I gonna wear? What the hell am I gonna wear?
Brendan,
Hey!
welcome. Melissa, hi, come on in, you guys.
So, like, the bully here is the best character of the show because the only reason he beat Brendan up was because Brendan challenged him after
This is a fight.
in retaliation to his friend getting beat up.
This is nice. This is a very nice place.
It's my brother Mickey
Nice to meet you.
and Sean.
Oh, hello. Hi. How are you?
Well, can I get you something?
Yeah, are we the first ones here, or has nothing?
You're the only ones that came.
Well, you know, this is nice.
That's so sad. No one else came.
Yeah, it's nice.
Are there any drinks?
Can I help you with anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
no one else has come here.
Right.
Did you only invite people that you've beaten up?
Yeah, so it should be packed.
Well, you know, we're the first ones here. I mean, it's early stuff.
No, you're half an hour late. I mean, no one's coming. No one likes me.
Shannon, are you crazy? Everybody likes you. Let's have some chips or something.
No, I want to resolve this.
Okay, well, you're potentially a threatening person, Shannon.
So how can I reform myself?
Here's what you do. Try to be a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
nice, but if you don't hurt anybody, they might start to like you. I don't know.
No, I
I
think
don't
I
know.
know something there. I'd love to say one thing on top of it.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Oh, wow.
You loser!
It's Shannon. You maybe look like a jerk.
You better toughen up if you're gonna survive.
I know.
Damn, Shannon was freaking slick.
I tell you what, isn't that okay, Melissa? Here we come.
Let's see if we can get some more people in here.
That's you, though.
What have you been up to, Murder? Forgive me, I forgot your name, buddy.
What's next on the agenda here? I mean, how many other ways am I going to get humiliated? It's up to you.
I'm sorry, the Richard Allen.
Food is really great. What is that? Is that
I think he should
oh, wow.
Whitney what? Medications.
Did I have cheese in it? And I can't.
That's right.
Did you bring anything for Shannon for his party? I got some colored pencils and a pad of paper.
Wow.
That's a good idea. Thanks. What'd you get?
I'm reading through.
Glue buttons on popsicle sticks. Listen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
bring the camera.
I have a lot of questions when it comes to the Richard Allen case. Like that, I can't believe how did they let that ball drop so hard? How could you mishandle a case that was a slam dunk? Unless there's something not right.
This whole fight thing, when I called you and picked the fight, that's not me. That's not the kind of person I am. I am not a boss. I am not a pacifist. Ultimately.
Yeah, I'd like one. I'd be a pacifist too if I fought like that.
Yeah.
I'd be Gandhi.
You keep getting me, you know. But honestly, let's start over. I am sorry.
Put her there.
Hey, Shannon. Look.
Jason! God! I'm the winner!
Run, Brendan.
I am running!
He took the note.
Stop the tape! Stop the tape!
Should I get your mom or
Oh, I'm not cool.
what?
I'm fine.
He didn't really hit you?
Oh, yeah, me, sure, but you know, I just threw the guy a bone. You know, it's my birthday and you expect everyone needs a little victory. You help them. You want the guy to have a complex when he gets older.
Wow, that's really nice of you, Shannon.
Well, be sure don't tell him. I won't.
He said he doesn't want the kid to have a complex when he gets older. Be right back. We'll handle this business.
Is that nature?
This is what you just know, like a very small room, like lots of nature.
Oh, there's the
Come here. Come here, boy. Come here.
Don't tap on the glass.
I'm not happy. Look at him. He's so happy.
Are you gonna be able to get a dog? Do you know how to take care of a dog?
Yes.
It's not easy.
It's shut up, you birds. I would never get a bird.
I don't like birds.
They didn't do nothing.
What do you think?
Be right back.
Lose something that's small too. We can put them down there on the inside of the best thing is
That's the cutest sound I ever saw. Jenny? Can I hold the puppy? I hold the puppy and Brendan and the
I'll
puppy.
kind of you when you hold it up there.
And then we'll switch. Yeah.
Would you mind if I throw that? We got a video camera. We'll get it.
Why would you want to?
Because it's cool. It's nature. Have you ever seen those documentaries?
Yeah, kind
Oh my god, this is gonna be great.
of. What are we going to do?
I see like a whole series of nature films. Like in captivity here.
Animals eating other animals?
Yes, when animals eat other animals, what do they call? It is about life and death and the struggle of animals and like how fragile the dead black and molly look like. You know what I'm saying? Have you met the cat?
Well, no, it's not gonna be this.
You saw it through the
Yeah, but I understand it wasn't really meeting. Okay, I'm happy to meet the cat.
Alexander. This is Paula.
Let me ask you something. Is there something that's stopping you from saying the whole word?
Alexander.
Is it Alexandra that you got busy? So, Alexandra. Okay, we just got to stop.
Do you like cats?
I love cats.
Oh,
I
good.
used to have 9 cats. I only liked one of them, but I had 9. Come here, Alexandra. Did I do that good? Because I don't know.
We have the kidney letter needs to be changed every 20 minutes or so.
Is it reset every 20 minutes?
It's like endless lots.
You still there? Damn. You always were my biggest fan. I'll give you that. Are you still there? Like, I have a question I want to ask you. And anybody on this end, welcome in. I'm on multiple live stream platforms right now. I do have a question for you, though, because there was something I was curious about as far as the case history on the forums went. I was wondering whatever came of Kat and Jim Wagner. Like, I never see his shit pop up anymore. As much hell as that guy gave us, I'm a little concerned about him. The minivan man. Forgot about that. Yeah, I did too for a while, and I just thought about it when they popped in. And I was wondering if did he get, like, how that ended up. Because I left with it, like, in the middle of his insanity. I was wondering if he got some help or something happened to him. Kat, I used to keep up with her from time to time, and I just, it fell out. Last time I tried to be a moderator on the forums, and there was a big thing about, and Ken, I miss him so much. Drifter, I miss that guy so much. That was a good friend of mine. Drift was a really good friend. I had a lot of great friends off the forums that put up with my shit for years, and yeah, I still keep up with Shelly a little bit here and there. No one else really. Shelly pops in on my TikToks every once in a while, and it's funny when she does, because those same people I would hang around didn't know. Like, they would talk about the case, and I just keep my mouth shut about it. I just they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't believe me if I told them about this. Haven't seen barely a comment on GSK on the internet in years. Yeah, I mean, when it's over, it's over. Like, that case, like, I remember you trying to connect dots to other cases, but people are so burned out from it. It just isn't sticking. It's not sticking. It's just theory at this point. But the blackout by police work. The blackout. That's a red flag word, my friend. Always will be. Always will be until the internet goes off for good. Then that's a blackout. That's what I'll consider a big blackout. I keep up with no one but Shelly, really. I just made a lot of distance.
I'll tell you something, these people will not be coming to the next block party. That's what they say. It isn't because we
Healer.
bring covered dish. You know I don't cook. All I care to bring is chips and napkins to a potluck.
But I was thinking about Wagner because I remember he had a political agenda, and I don't do religion and politics whatsoever. That's my biggest no. I don't go for that on here on any platform whatsoever. Um, but I remember he had a strong political agenda that was odd. And I remember he got all those fucking interviews that he did. And they were weird. And back then it used to not make sense to me how he got away with that, but oh, I didn't even think about it. Shelby and Crompton, are they still alive? You know, I just thought about that. Are they alive? Do you know? Let's look it up. U.S. Senator, no. No, that ain't him. That ain't him. Passed away 2017. No, that ain't right. Oh, what about Bruce? What about Bruce? Bruce Harrington. He was on I'll Be. There's literally been zero about him since 2020. That's he got quiet. I would really like to know if they passed away. And Carol Daly, or if they're enjoying their retirement, like they're. Oh my God, I hope. Richard, man, that was my boy. I had so much respect for him. I remember Crompton being having the drama with Sonny. Didn't blame her because it was a pretty disgusting thing to say about her in his book. And I remember something Shelby said in his book that blew my mind. Colonial Parkway murders got solved. I didn't know they got solved. That's wild. I don't recall any proven verified suspect evidence DNA being discussed here before. There is DNA evidence. Do know that it exists and what type of evidence.
We're not used to having rabies in the family.
That's wild.
Seriously, questions? How do you test the chemical?
I didn't realize a family member had jumped in there. That's crazy. I remember when I left, D'Angelo's family was getting involved in the forum. I remember that. That's when I was like, I'm out. That was a level of drama I was not ready for at that point in my life. And I reached out to somebody. They claimed to be his daughter, but they weren't. I was gullible as hell back then. I was extremely gullible. That's wild. That is so wild. The no politics or religion in the cafe. Yep, I carried that over. I carried that over because of Ken. Damn, what other cases got solved? It looks like Richard's still alive. Let's see. Crompton. Let's see. It looks like he's still alive too. Wow. Sudden terror. Looks like he's still alive. Crompton, let's see. Carol Daly. Still alive. Paul Holes. Still going. The only one with a Wikipedia page. CrimeCon 2019. God, taking back memories. He's almost 60. He is almost 60. Hey, Annette. Hope you're doing good. And she scrolled. Goodbye. Paul Holes died. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not seeing any of that. Tell me you're lying. I am not seeing word one about that. Just kidding. I was about to say, like, I was just looking at it. He's the only one with a Wikipedia page, and that would have been big news. You need to quit playing dog like that. Oh, you made my heart sink, man. I met that guy in Nashville. I remember when he was there, and I just remember the profound effect he had at that time. Like he became a thirst trap, and all the women there were gooey over him. Like they just swooped to him. I'll never forget that. I'll never ever forget that dude. And he sat down and he had dinner with us, and just hearing him talk, he was so intricate and just an interesting dude. He was such an interesting guy. He was really nice, really humble. And I was just reading through, and I'm like, good God, out of all these people, let's see, who else? Let's do what we used to do. We'll type in the term serial unaliver. and see what pops up in the news.
It is the cycle of chaos. All of the sides flags out.
Here's some top stories. Cross. Rodney Alcala is getting a lot of press right now. He's the main one. He's creepy. I didn't see him as creepy. I didn't see Paul Holes as creepy at all. Now it's been years since I've seen him. Like it's been years and years, and I never honestly watched his show. I never had access to it. But on the news circuit, the main thing Ronnie Alcala's got, he's trending a little. Oh, I see why. It's a dating show thing. That's still something people are talking about. I remember that was all over TikTok for a little while. They were playing that footage from him in the dating show he was on because that was like in the middle of his spree. They're trying to get. Oh, they have interviews with the woman that he went on the date with. That's what that is. Okay, not bad. Let's see. And then there's the TV show Cross, which has got some. So nothing major. Let's look up Halderman. Lisk. Oh, and his big ass face is attached. Good God. Is the dude from what was it, Dark Furies, Dark Minds? Was that the name of the show? Is he still alive? The Gilgo Beach serial Unalivings were a series of spinning. We all know that. They really went after Bitrolf. I think he contributed to it. And there's still 3 unidentified victims. Peaches being the most famous one. She's trending now. Send me a link to it. Send me a link to your website. I remember your website was. We may not agree, but I do admire your work. Positively. And Jane Doe number 3 were identified as being the same person. And her DNA is on GEDmatch. Baby doe, Asian doe. Oh. My son is snoring. He didn't have a particular. Now, the girl that you mentioned from Raleigh. I didn't know they released her phone call. Holy crap. Weird. There we go.
We having fun or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we having fun, Lonnie.
Registered in his name had been linked to one of the Wheeling's eyewitness.
Brendan, Eugene, fun?
Yeah.
What, Eugene?
Yes.
What did you say? You said
They had a lot on him. Holy crap. They had a lot on that dude. Dude, the video evidence, the CP evidence was wild. Like, oh,
Did you get anything from
can't imagine what his wife is going through. Good God. I thought I felt bad for D'Angelo's wife. Do you know if anything happened after on the dramas with the D'Angelo family? Because I remember when they were getting involved with the forum. I remember that. But that's about time I left because I was like, I can't be any part of that. And at that point, yeah, that was when somebody had approached me that was claiming to be related to him, and they weren't. They were not. They were trying to scam me.
It's not morning. We're touching my canteen. Everybody out of your tents.
What's going on?
What do you mean what's going on?
I mean, why did you have to get
Who went wee-wee in my canteen?
What?
This canteen. No, this is canteen, Eugene.
What do
You
you
want to know right now? This sounds like something you do, Brendan. You step forward. I didn't do it. You know what that tastes like? That's disgusting.
How do you know what it tastes like?
I just tasted it.
How do you know what it was?
Because I drank it before. But that's... All right.
Maybe someone did it by accident.
Shut up, Rose. Everybody line up right now. Whoever did this, step forward right now, or else everybody gets in trouble. All right? That means everybody gets punished.
What's the punishment? Do we have to go home?
I don't know what the punishment is.
Make us go home.
No, you know what the punishment is? You'll never go home. All right? Who step forward? I can't see. Anybody step forward? You know what? I'm leaving. Coach is leaving. Coach is packing up his stuff, and I'm leaving you kids here. All right?
Coach.
Coach is taking his pee canteen and he's going. You have a good time fending for yourselves here in the middle of the woods.
You gotta catch him before he leaves. No.
You did it.
Did you see him do it?
I heard him do it. Harry did it.
Why didn't you just tell that he did it? He's Russian. He has diplomatic community, right? Let's tell him that you didn't do it and he didn't understand because in Russia people don't pee all the time.
People do not be in Russia. People do not.
Come over there and tell me something.
I said, how are you?
What do you mean, how am I?
How's it going?
Well, I just drank pee. How's it going with you?
Listen, Coach.
What?
Stop hacking for a second. Just,
Brendan,
yes.
once you did it, you take responsibility for your actions.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say to you.
I am not looking forward to this funeral.
You're responsible. You're screwed.
I'm really mad at you right now, Brendan.
I did not do it. Okay? Tell him.
Ugh.
In my canteen.
Yeah. Certainly it's contaminated.
Let's see. Rex Andrew Heuerman 59-year-old Nassau County resident. I remember when that happened. I was sitting with my uncle in an American Hero restaurant right after Mom died, and we were talking about stuff, and it popped right up on the TV. It popped right up. We were just watching. I was telling him that was a case I followed. I was like, and as far as his MO goes, like I said, I see it. I see him being responsible for anything involving a dumping. Like, there are people like him. There are people like him that do exist. And they are scary. They are absolutely terrifying to think about. Let's see what other bodies he's connected to. Discarded pizza crust. That's how they caught Antonio Sanchez. That's how they caught him. I remember that. Excuse me. He would sit in the restaurant, he would eat, and then the detective would ask him, like, would come into the restaurant, like, look, after this guy's done eating, instead of dumping the food, can you bring it to the back and dump in this bag for me? Like, could you, and hand it to me? And they did it. I worked in pizza for years, and I was always thinking, like, what if that happened there? The Pizza Hut I worked at, oh my God, I remember that place. It had I've seen people get arrested out of there. It was such a ghetto place, but honestly, one of the best management teams I ever had. Oh. They got him good. They got him really good. So they connected him. Bartholomew, Waterman, and Costello. They got him as a prime suspect for Bernard Barnes. Pleaded not guilty on all accounts. And they tied him to an investigation with Valerie Mack. Harmon is an architect. Interview on YouTube. Harmon stated he worked in the Chevy Avalanche, connected him to the crime initially, and the cell phone records. He was following his own cases. In the Curtis Drift. Oh. The video evidence is damning. You can't escape that, buddy. Oof. Now, do I think Bittrell might have been involved? Yeah. I got him good. Let's see. Let's check out your old favorite one. Zodiac. Holy shit. That face. What in the hell? God damn. Hold on. Had to turn that down. The neighbors, I think I'm watching something creepy. I'm looking at something creepy. Like they tied his face. The Ted Cruz meme. Oh my God, I forgot about that. So stupid. All the letters. It has such a generic look on him. Yes. Holy shit. Oh my God, these composite sketches. Oh my God, I forgot how much fun we used to have with those. Those composite sketches, the identikits were terrible. They were so terrible. For those of you who don't know, man, when we used to go hard on the Golden State Oliver stuff, bro, these identikits. D'Angelo himself, those are the best ones to look at. Oh, I want to see some of those. Go revisit them. Oh, hold on. I want to put y'all into the action here because this is too good to keep to myself. This is way too good. Let's see. Before he was Golden State Killer, he was Eron's. Cascade Composites Sketches. Oh. Oh my God, there were so many. There were so damn many. There were so many. Oh my God. There were so many, yo. There were so many. Look at this. These things are gaudy as hell. The one from the Maggiore case was definitely the best. Definitely the best. Let's see. Here we go. So we're looking at the Bill Mooney sketch right here. That one's very popular. Elvis. Huh. Oh my God. And there's even more. Look at these. These are the ones where he was wearing a wig. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that D'Angelo invested a lot of money in wigs. Oh. Let's see. Let's go back and look at some more. What baby? Oh God. When did she come out? When did his daughter start talking? Did you see that? Did you see that? Like when his daughter came out? I don't remember that. That's not his daughter. No, that's Lyman's daughter. Okay. I was about to say, I know damn well that was his oldest daughter is like my age. No way in hell. See, that's ridiculous. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, that sketch was a good one. That was a good one. Like, that was probably the best sketch. Let's see. Honestly, no, the Visalia Ransacker one was definitely the best one. It was definitely the best one. Wow. That one of him as a teenager, though. That one definitely has the. We're looking at D'Angelo. Oh my God. There's a band called the Earons. There is a band called the Earons. But there's not enough info on them. That's wild. That's wild. Bro, they laid out on him. Joseph James D'Angelo Jr. is an American serial unaliver, serial rapist, burglar, peeping Tom, former police officer, and mechanic. Hell of a rap sheet. Wow. He will be 80 this month. No, he turns 79 this month. He will be 80 this time next year. You okay, baby? I forgot he was born in New York. Damn it, Bobby. Poor Claude Snelling. I'd go back in time to that day just to save him. All he tried to do was save his daughter. Here's to Claude, the first confirmed unaliving of D'Angelo. Broke into his home. Prowler discovered under his. Wait, what? So I did not know that. I did not. No one ever told me that Snelling encountered him before. This was the second time. That's news to me. That is news to me. I never knew that. Like, he chased him off one time before the attempted kidnapping. It says it right here. Had previously chased a prowler off after discovering under his 16-year-old daughter's bedroom window around 10 p.m. on February 5th, 1975. On September 11th, he was awakened around 2 a.m. Upon leaving his bedroom, Snelling ran through the open back door and confronted a ski-masked intruder in his carport attempting to kidnap his daughter. See, that's contradictory to what I remember. I thought he was. Oh, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I thought it was the backyard when he was when they were taking Beth at Pew Pew Point. I thought that was. Oh my God. I didn't know that first of all, I didn't know he'd seen him one time before, but no, this was carport. The daughter had been subdued with threats of being poked or pew-pewed. Snelling was then blasted twice, staggered back into the house to his wife, and later passed. I would go back in time to stop that. Man, that would be my one thing I'd want to stop from happening. After the pew-pewing, the assailant punched and kicked the daughter. The stolen bicycle tied to the assailant was found nearby 15 after went under, and that ended up being the best. That was hands down the best sketch, like out of all of the sketches. and McGowan's shootout near the resident where the ransacker had been reported to frequent. When Detective McGowan attempted to detain him, the suspect shrieked, moved his mask, and feigned surrender. I didn't know all that. I didn't know he was feigning surrendering. So I didn't know McGowan fired a warning shot. I did not know this. After jumping the fence to the house of 1501, he also pulled out a revolver with his left hand and fired once near McGowan's face, shattering his flashlight. Lucky. Items collected as evidence included the flashlight, tennis shoe tracks, dropped loot, namely the blue chip stamps, and a sock full of coins. That's crazy. I remember the whole controversy with the blue chips. I remember that. You awake, buddy? Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I think my son's awake. Actually, give me a pillow. There's a cold pillow, Bubba. You're Mikey. Cold pillow. There you go. Feel better? Okay. Sorry about that. For those of you just joining, my kids are sick. And yeah. Let's see. Back to D'Angelo. Stolen bicycle, blah, blah, blah. And the ear phase. Oh my God. Insanity. D'Angelo moved to the Sacramento area in 1976, where his crimes escalated from burglary to grape. So, for those of you who don't know, God. It just takes me back. It's all coming back to me. Like, it's a lot. You need a little medicine, buddy? Yeah, let's get you some medicine. Yeah, Bubba, you need your medicine. I swear I thought I had two more. I don't know where I put them. Sorry, my kids need their medicine. Welcome in. Welcome in. Pain reliever. Try not to put as much in there. All right, Ryan. You go, Bubba. Good job. Good job. One more. One more. Let's get you another. Let's see. Here's this one. Here we go. One more, Ryan. Good job. And those for you just jumping in, yes, my name is Wesley. I was formerly known as Murdoch, and I'm a dad now. Love being a dad. Best thing I ever did in my life. Now, where were we? Reading right along. Oh my god, these composite sketches. Some of these were so obviously a wig. For some reason, the Bill Movie one. And this one would. That one composite sketch were like, it was so damn generic. I was like, that's the best one, honestly, because that looks like everybody. But honestly, in all fairness, the Visalia Ransacker sketch and the Maggiore sketch, those were the two best ones. Those were hands down. The rest of them I could get. He was wearing a wig. Like I can look at it. Like I see the ones where they switch the hair. I remember when sketches were thought to be. He was seen a number of times, but always successfully fled on one occasion. He seriously wounded he fired on. I remember that one. The kid that would jump into fences. I remember that. Planting ligatures. Oh my God, I remember that. That was one of those things. I always check the couch now. Like, oh my God. Checking the AC. Yeah, I know. Now, my kids, in all fairness, really don't like true crime. They don't like how obsessive I can get with it. But can't escape who you are, you know. Here, Bubba. So you've already had all your vitamins, your vitamins. Yeah, it's really good. That's how I've been avoiding being sick as them. Poor Rochelle, she's been so under the weather. I'm gonna be right back. Y'all just hang out for a second. I'm gonna step outside. You want your tablet, buddy? All right, back to it. So y'all see, yeah, I'm doing a lot more live streaming these days. But my stuff is mostly about mental health, parenting, single parenting. See. Just rereading his Wikipedia page. Most victims had seen or heard a prowler on the property before attacks. I see somebody else has jumped into the live. I don't know if you came from the forums or you just scrolled across me. I'm Wesley. I'm a former true crime video blogger. I was wondering if maybe. Hold on a second. One more minute.
You okay, Bubba? You wanna come say hi? Ooh, you got a snotty nose. You got a snot nose. Here, you go. Blow.
Good job.
Oh, now you do it.
We are back. I had to go check on their mother. Oh shit. No, I'm not sleeping. Hey, Kristen. Hope you're doing good. I'm going through, so one thing I used to do was, flip you around here. Flip camera. There we go. I used to do true crime video blogs all the time. And, like for a long time, for a very long time, I used to do. I was so invested in this case. I was so invested in it. And then when he got caught, it just phased out. And with Richard Allen's trial, I owed it to myself and to the community to just revisit it, like revisit that case and going back through the old case notes that I still have. I can't believe I still kept these things. Oh, geez. Although DeAngelo originally targeted women alone in their homes or with children, he eventually preferred attacking couples. This change in MO is believed to be a direct result of media reports claiming he only attacked women alone in the home. His usual method was to break in through a window or sliding glass door and awaken the sleeping occupants with a flashlight, threatening them with a handgun or pew pew. This is for educational purposes only. Victims were subsequently bound with ligatures, often shoelaces that he had found or brought with him, then blindfolded, gagged them with towels that he had ripped into strips. A female victim was usually forced to tie up her male companion before she herself was bound. The bindings were often so tight that the victim's hands were numb for hours after being untied. He then separated the couple, often stacking dishes. This is key. He would stack dishes on the small of the man's back. So if the man tried to move while he took the woman in the other room, the dishes would move, and therefore he would know they were moving. He would then move the woman to the living room and essay her, often again and again. Decades later, police reported that DeAngelo repeatedly said, "I hate you, Bonnie," during a 1978 grape, the 37th attack. I remember that one. That was like hands down one of the most damning pieces of the story. So the way the story worked was these series of starting with ransackings, then essays, and then unalivings spanned 74 to 86, almost 2 decades of just insanity in California, all by one man. And in the book that was tied to him by one of the investigators, the controversial Sudden Terror book, it was these things that were brought to the forefront. Personally, Catching a Predator was the Richard Shelby book was my preferred Bible for it. Like that one had information in it that pertained so hard to DeAngelo after the capture. Even though Sudden Terror was that was intense how it connected. No, not accepting any boxes from people I don't know. Let's see. I hate you, Bonnie. I remember that one. I remember the one where he initially we believed that he was being sympathetic to his victim. According to the books and the lore of before capture, it sounded like he was taking extra care of this one victim, but then you learn more about it and you learn what specifically happened. And it was atrocious. It was absolutely atrocious what he did to her. There were instances like personal instances like that. D'Angelo sometimes spent hours in the home ransacking closets and drawers, eating food in the kitchen, drinking their beer, essaying the woman again and again, or making additional threats. Victims sometimes thought he had left the house before he jumped from the darkness, which means he would just sit there and watch. Then we cut to the Maggiore murders. Maggiore, I forget how to pronounce their last name, and I feel atrocious for that. Like, I feel gross myself not remembering that because that was so important. I used to not connect that attack, that pew-pewing it for educational purposes only, that shooting. Like, I feel bad because initially I thought that they weren't connected. Like, I thought that could have been any prowler that. So basically, Brian and Katie Maggiore are Maggiore. I wish I could pronounce it. They were walking their dog Thumper during the night, and the light evening hours, like seven ish, and then something happened. Something something occurred, and the theory is that Brian, a 19-year-old soldier, saw somebody prowling, peeping, and went to confront them because, according to his family and his friends, that's just who Brian was. The dude turns around, looks at them, and then something happened. This dude went out of his way to chase them with his pew pew and put them both down. Like, he went that hard because the theory, of course, is they saw his face. But in my opinion, looking back at this case, I understand what happened now because it happened with McGowan during the Ransacker case. Now, in the Ransacker case, I just learned something. His earliest pew-pewing that he committed was Claude Snelling. First off, I didn't know Claude Snelling had caught the prowler peeping in on his 16-year-old daughter. I didn't know that he had already chased him off earlier in the year that would ultimately be the time of his unaliving. I did not know that. That was news to me. And then the night that he got unalived, he goes to he heard the noises, he got up, he went outside to his carport. I thought it was the backyard, but it was the carport. And the assailant had his daughter and was escorting her across the carport at gunpoint. And Claude intervened and got unalived. Not immediately, he got pew-pewed and ran back inside to his wife. The dude turns around, bops the daughter, and kicks her, and runs away. Claude, who had been hit, I thought he unalived on the spot. I didn't realize he went back inside to get his wife. And honestly, that's terrifying. It's so terrifying. It's human. A lot of people, I bet, considered that cowardly, but I'm thinking about it. No, that's not cowardly. That's human. That's so human because the bullets debilitated him, and he had to get help at that point. So he got his wife. The daughter was abandoned, and the attacker retreated. And he continued doing it. He continued doing the ransackings. This is before the sexual assaults or the SAs, educational purposes only. He continued doing the ransackings. And before you know it,
police set up a sting in the neighborhood where he frequented. And one officer on patrol was walking around through the yards. Basically, what happened here was there was over 175 reported Visalia ransackings, and the people are like, "Yo, cops, what do you want to do about this? This is ridiculous." So what they did was they took a house for the weekend, and they put. I don't remember correctly if they put the family up in a hotel for the weekend or the family was already going out of town or something. But they're like, we know y'all aren't going to be here, so can we use your house, your garage, and everything as a base of operations? And we're going to patrol the area. Whatever the case may be, it worked. So they're in that house, and McGowan was walking around the neighborhoods in the backyards. The neighbors who were there knew that that was going to be happening. The Visalia ransacker didn't. So McGowan comes up on him while he's doing his thing. I didn't know until today, when I read it, that he feigned surrender. He straight said, "Don't shoot me, I'm right here." And as he approached him, he pulled out his pew-pew and popped McGowan's flashlight. He popped it. And I didn't know that McGowan had actually fired a warning shot. I didn't know that. I didn't know any of that. That's all news to me. McGowan lived. So after that, it makes sense what happened with Brian and Katie. Because last time somebody saw his face and that happened, he probably, because at the time, D'Angelo was a police officer. And he probably recognized Brian's authority. Even though he was a younger man, he probably saw that younger man's authority and wasn't like, I'm not coming that close again. The only difference is after he fired at McGowan, the ransacking stopped. He left his job as a sheriff's deputy in Visalia, went to Sacramento, and that's where all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. That's where what is known as the East Area Rapist series began, the Ear Saga. That one was 4 years of ultimate hell for that area. Over 70 plus attacks, single women and couples with children in the house. Just deranged. And it all started with his way of his MO, just the stalking involved. The stalking. There's so much to it. Let's see. And then that's where we are with the Maggiores. Young Sacramento couple. 21-year-old, I thought he was 19. 21-year-old Brian Keith Maggiore, a military police officer at Mather Air Force Base, and his 20-year-old wife, Katie Maggiore, were walking. See, that's news to me. I was under the impression it was backwards. I was under the impression Brian was younger than Katie, but now it makes beautiful sense. Were walking their dog in the Rancho Cordova area on the night of February 2nd, 1978, near where 5 ear attacks had occurred. Maggiore fled after a confrontation in the street. Welcome, Anzies. Talking true crime. Welcome, Cowboy. Talking true crime. Hope you're doing good. Good to see you, Cowboy. Long time no see, buddy. And y'all scrolled. That's okay, though. D'Angelo moved to South California and began back up. Mather's Air Force Base and his 20-year-old. Maggiore fled after a confrontation in the street, but were chased down and pew-pewed to unalivement. Some investigators suspected that they had been unalived by the ear because of their proximity to the attacks on that location, and a shoelace was found nearby. The FBI announced on June 15th, 2016, that it was confident that the ear had murdered them or unalived them. On the 29th of 2020, D'Angelo entered the guilty plea to these unalivings. Shortly after the SA committed on July 5th, 1979, D'Angelo moved to Southern California. This is when he lost his job. This is the most important part. 4 years of the year of this SAer that terrorized people suddenly ended. And then he moved back south of California. Like, he moved back south. The reason being, he lost his job. He lost his job because he got caught stealing items from a hardware store. And the owner and his son were not basic bitches. They stopped him physically and tied him to a chair. And he started, I would say confessing, but he knew it was coming. He knew that was going to happen eventually. But it got handled. It got handled by the police. There was something weird that happened, but he lost his job over that because he was a police officer. And after he lost his job, he moved south and became a mechanic. The entire time he was married during both the Ear and the On saga. Now, during the VR saga, the Visalia ransackings, he was engaged to a very young woman, and after she denounced his proposal for marriage, he tried to abduct her, but her father got involved. And I to this day, I wish I knew what the father said to him. Not a day goes by I don't think about that. Like, how did he talk that man down? But it's pretty clear that that was like a big perpetrator in D'Angelo's psychopathology. And the other one being the way his father was. D'Angelo's father was a piece of shit. Like just down to the brass, he was a piece of shit. He had 4 kids with the same woman, and then moved to Korea and had 3 children with that woman, naming every one of them after his previous 3 children. And the 4th one, the other son, was I'm sure there's something I'm missing about him. The one that's been doing the talking lately. Shortly after the SA committed on July 5th, D'Angelo moved to Southern California and began unaliving his victims, first striking in Santa Barbara in October. The last attack lasted until 81, with a lone attack in 86. Only the couple in the first attack survived, alerting neighbors and forcing the intruder to flee. The other victims were unalived by pew-pewing or Since D'Angelo was not linked to these crimes for decades, he was known as the Night Stalker in the area before being renamed the original Night Stalker after serial unaliver Richard Ramirez received the former nickname. So that was a big thing with his case, was the monikers were a mess. They were all over the place. And then Michelle McNamara unified them with Golden State Killer. Like that was where that came from. October 1st, an intruder broke in and tied up a Goleta couple. Alarmed at hearing him say, "I'll kill him," to himself, the man and woman tried to escape when he left the room, and the woman screamed. Realizing that the alarm had been raised, the intruder fled on a bicycle. A neighbor, an FBI agent, responded to the noise and pursued the perpetrator, who abandoned the bicycle and a knife and escaped on foot through local backyards. That's right. And I remember, like, it was a big thing, like, because the dude chased him in a car, and when he hopped the fence, like, it was like, I'm glad he didn't go after him, because D'Angelo had a history of firing under chase. And then it really began with Lyman and Charlie. Their murderer was, therefore, briefly given name the Diamond Knot Killer because of the way he tied it. Very unusual Chinese knot. It's a lot to this. There's so much to this. Dana Point, Miguel Shores, yeah. Patrice, Keith and Patrice. Manuela. And the hell that her husband went through after this. And he collected whatever he would beat them with, he would collect it in the bindings. He would try to keep the binding. He would try to keep everything he brought with him. And Bruce, I want to know if Bruce is still alive. I think about Bruce all the time. Greg Sanchez, Debbie's mom, Sherry. Oh. This is the one where the blue paint chips were. A piece of shipping twine was found near the bed, and fibers from an unknown source were scattered all over her body. Authorities believe the attacker may have worked as a painter in a similar job. Janelle Lisa Cruz. So much. I learned so much about her through Shelley. I learned so much. During the night, she called 3 people because she knew after Homeboy left, the dude that she had to come over because she was scared. She wanted him to come over and keep her company. She knew she was being watched. She knew it. No way you can tell me otherwise that she didn't know she was being watched. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and cut the lives. I need to start getting ready for the day. I got a funeral to go to. Ryan, you want to come say hi? Bubba? Bubba? Ryan? He's all into his gear. Love you guys. Take care.